there's a couple that wants to go into ministry, I mean, obviously it's a calling. I think there has to be a real, if you look at the calling of prophets and pastors, I realize prophets are different in the Old Testament. Standing in the presence of the Lord touching their lips, the Lord commissioning them. There has to be a real big burning desire to want to tell others and preach the gospel. And ministry is hard. Ministry is one of the most difficult things to do, mainly because there's a lot of, actually what I talked about, there's a lot of spiritual warfare with it. But I never felt like I knew even how to be a pastor up front. The seminary gave me the tools to learn how to read the Bible and how to preach the scriptures and those sort of things. But there's something the Lord has to give you. That's that ability from the Spirit to be able to communicate this, to want to communicate this. And I heard a question years ago of somebody who was being examined. You're at the mall and you see people walking around. What do you see? How would you answer that? And I thought, I know right away. Dead men walking. Ezekiel 37, dry bones. What does the minister, what does somebody whose heart for people look at? People need life. People need the gospel. People need to be saved. People need deliverance. So you have to have a love and drive to want to be used of the Lord, which is a remarkable calling to give a message that actually has the power, Romans 1, to save people. The Lord put that great desire in my heart to preach. I wanted to preach. I had to learn how to be a pastor in many ways because seminary doesn't train you for that. But your wife is a crucial component in that. She has to be supportive, understanding. You're in a fishbowl, and she's in it just as much. I've seen many go in the ministry whose wives are not supportive of that, and it will not go. It will not work. The wife has to be, she has to understand in some sense, though she's not the pastor, she is called to this too. It's a calling too for her, and a special one. Because there's a lot of expectations on pastors' wives.